Now, WNWY. Reports across the globe from What's News with You. With comedians Josh Johnson and Ashley Gavin. And you, our reporters in the field. What's News with You?
That's amazing.
Wow.
That's
Justice.
That's rough.
I think.
Just leave it.
Yeah.
Just leave it.
No. I think it's better this way. If you have it lopsided, I think that it could be like an allegory.
Yeah.
For like,
Yes.
you know, like symbolic.
You're such an allegory comedian. You just can't stop.
So Sam's like a huge cuck for you. He's a little simp bitch.
That is true.
That's very kind.
Yeah. When I first started stand-up, I was like, I had listened to your album, and I had also listened to like Casey James Salengo's album because I was just a fan. And then like running into you guys at bars, I was like, I met Casey James Salengo. It's so funny, you know?
Yeah. And you just get to see us in person, and it really demystifies every
Really anticlimactic.
every
At
every
an open
person.
I was like,
too,
wow,
yeah.
all of these guys are so anxious. And
You want to talk about demystify? When I take the train, if somebody recognizes me near the stop, like 2 stops from my home, but then we're both going to 50th Street, it takes a little bit of conversation before they're like, okay, all right. All right, cool. That sounds good.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
And we have like 12 stops together, and so like if I start let's say we're having an earnest conversation, it's like 4 minutes in, I can see them glaze over, and I'm like, oh, but
And
like,
now the same guy has started a podcast.
yeah, yeah. So this is what
Where
I'll
you
be
can-
like in person.
Yeah. Where you can glaze over in the comfort of your home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Josh does well in a long format.
Well, let's get into the news. Do you want to start? What's news for you?
Oh yeah. So news with me. I just came back from Minneapolis.
Yeah, today. And you're a real champ for doing this podcast.
Oh, no, happy to. It's good to hang out with your friends. I haven't seen Sam in a long time.
It's great
we
to
get
see you, buddy.
each other once a week now. It's very fun. You know what I mean?
He did come in with the suitcase like right from the
Yeah,
airport.
right.
And I was like, she's a
it's
working
like,
girl.
You got to do podcasts so you can see your friends.
No, it's true. Honestly, that is
True.
how I
But that's what I
communicate with
think.
most of my friends.
Yeah. So get to Minneapolis,
Yeah.
did some shows. They were great. It was wonderful to meet everybody at the meet and greet and stuff. It was only this morning that I ran into a bit of trouble, you know? This morning, I went to the bathroom, and
Not a great start.
I don't know what it's like to have a kid, right? And I don't know.
And just when I thought it couldn't get worse,
Yeah.
it took a real left turn there.
I don't know.
No comment.
Even
no
worse
comment,
start.
actually.
Wow,
no comment to
okay.
the press.
Let's get into it.
I don't know. Okay. I'm trying to figure out how to put this.
When you say have a kid, do you mean have a kid?
Like have
Birth.
a kid with
Or-
you.
oh, okay,
Like
got
have a
it.
kid.
Good.
Like you have a child, you're a parent, right?
yeah.
And I can't imagine what it's like if let's say you're in a like nuclear family, right? And either you have to go to the bathroom and you just have the kid. Oh, that also works.
That's a bad omen.
Yeah. Either you just have the kid and you're in a situation where yep, this will work. This
This will work.
Let me see if I can
Yeah,
prop
you
it
work
up.
on it.
You keep
Yeah.
going.
So basically, I'm in the bathroom, and I guess I never thought about this before because I don't give much thought to like single dads or dads actually taking care of their kids. But I'm in the bathroom. A bunch of us, it's like a men's bathroom that's full because Minneapolis Airport, I think they open at 5:45, and my flight like boards at 6:20. So like everyone
Josh,
is in
must be
the
sus.
airport at one time.
Yeah.
And so this guy comes in, and he's got his daughter with him. She's very little, and she's got her teddy bear. And in my head, immediately, I'm like, she shouldn't be in here.
Yeah.
There's no amount of having to go to the bathroom. She should hold it forever rather than be in here. This is disgusting. Like we're all gross,
Yes.
and we're morning gross. So it's like it's grosser than regular. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
it's like we don't believe in gender, but we believe in gross.
I believe in gross.
Yeah.
And so then, you know, is bringing her in the bathroom. She's got her teddy bear, and the way he must have to go
Josh,
to the bathroom.
I totally agree with you. Mothers should stay at home and take care of their kids. What is this man?
No.
No, I hear you, Josh. I think you're right. I think we need to reinstitute the patriarchy. No. Get that. Why is that little girl not with her mother?
Yeah, and I think immigrants should be deported.
I agree. I was about to say that.
Thank you. Specifically women.
I am specifically saying that this man should have fought to find the family restroom.
Okay, that's fair.
These airports have restrooms where it could just be your nuclear family.
No, but Josh, it's a dad, and men are trying for the first time in history. They don't have that inherited woman sense.
We do have to be easier on them. They're trying their best. It's
he doesn't
new to
know
us.
that a family bathroom even exists. He hasn't been trained.
No, but that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm criticizing, because I'm like, if you had done a little bit of research or looking, you would see.
You know, it should be the signs. There should be signs when you go to every building that say men, nuclear bathrooms are here.
No, what they should say is course. And then, yes.
Oh, the beer.
Mountain Dew. Instead of put the fucking sports stats. Put ESPN on the family bathroom sign, and the men will find the family bathroom.
Because men do take their kids to bars. So yes.
What?
Yeah. No, that's a very Midwest Southern thing.
I haven't seen like a real man in a minute. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, no, like
I live in LA
we don't
now.
have one in here.
Like there's like this weird thing where it's like, obviously you can't serve alcohol until someone's 21, but in like Southern culture there is this thing of like, if you're just grabbing a beer real quick and it's just you with your kid, they'll let you in and let the kid sit.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Anyway,
this might
that's
be
to
a
your
solution to the gendered bathroom problem. Maybe if we just make genders more just about the stuff you're doing in there, like if it's football.
Oh, I see.
Maybe a guy wouldn't have a problem with a trans man in the bathroom if they were both bonding over the game while urinating.
Yeah, if they both like the Ravens.
Right.
It becomes like, guys, we're there.
Yeah.
Because you never actually hear that Republican talking point of like, I don't want to go to a sports game and have a trans person in the seat next to me yelling for the Rams. That doesn't happen.
That's so funny.
That never happens.
And that's, I think, as masculine as using a urinal.
Yeah.
If not more so.
Look,
I think I could see myself more easily using a urinal than cheering at a football game.
And also, I've never been to a Chapel Roan concert and been like, oh, these Republicans are ruining Good Luck, Babe.
Right, exactly.
It's fine.
Yeah, we're all getting along.
It's based off of interest.
Well, that's great news.
But this, well, wait, it does get bad.
Okay.
So basically, because he did not find the family restroom and he brought his child into the women's restroom and he is the men's restroom, and he is clearly the one that has to pee, he is holding his daughter's hand, but like pretty much swinging her in. Like he's like really rushing in, right? And then he's like stand right here, and he's using the bathroom.
Close your eyes.
He's swinging her so fast that she ends up dropping her teddy bear.
No.
And it hits the floor.
The disgusting men floor.
And this child is like, I don't know how old kids are until they're like tall. So I don't know if she's 4 or 6. I don't know what she is, but she has enough wherewithal. She is like worldly enough to know that the teddy bear is lost.
Gone. Yeah.
And so
this is her first experience with death.
It's so bad she doesn't even cry. She just goes, oh. And then the dad's just like peeing and then like zipping up and everything's like, okay, honey, come on. And then he's pulling her again to, go wash his hands and stuff. And then he's like, go get your teddy bear. And she was like, no.
Yeah.
And gender is real.
That's
because this 4-year-old girl had more sense than her fucking grown
This is what they should
father.
show in PSA at sex ed.
Yeah.
This is the gender.
This is how
gender.
early women learn to care for the men around them and to clean up after themselves.
Side note, can I just say, I can't wait to ask Josh how old his kid is, and he says tall.
Yeah, tall, real tall.
How old is he?
Like,
He's 5'11".
Drops the teddy bear. He's like, pick it up. She's like, no. And he's like, what? And she's like, she doesn't say anything.
Yeah.
She goes, And then
God.
she says, "This is the worst day ever."
Oh God!
And I was like,
God.
man, I believe you.
She dropped the bear. She's in the men's room. They're in Minneapolis. It's
You also
awful.
have not been alive that long, so this many things stacked on top of each other
Yes.
is the worst.
Yes.
It is the worst
Because she
day.
didn't look like she was having a great day.
It's also early.
You're also it's early.
She's not being dramatic. This
Yeah.
is the worst day of her life.
I think she should be in kindergarten right now. Or she, you know what I mean? Like on her
Yeah.
way, and then she's in this airport getting swung, loses grip of the teddy bear. That was rough, yeah.
Okay, well, should I move into my news? My
Yes,
news is
I would-
also airport related. It's
I would love
super
to
short.
hear the news with you.
So I got on a plane last week.
Mm-hmm.
Guy sat down next to me, tiny plane, 2 seats on each side. This is not a 3-seat plane.
Mm-hmm.
This is like 2 seats on each
Got it,
side,
got it, got
tiny
it.
plane, tiny little, big guy, pretty tall. You know how you don't need to hear a word from someone to know that they're not right?
Yes.
Okay.
Josh, don't pretend like you don't live in New York.
No,
you
no,
go
no,
on the subway every day. And you're saying you've
I'm-
never seen anyone.
But I'm last to know. I'm usually talking to this person.
you're giving them a nuanced take on
That's why
political
I'm saying
allegories.
okay, because I'm like, you have the worldliness and wherewithal to be like, as soon as you see them, and I'm more like, they want to talk.
Oh, you're so you are the girl with the teddy bear. This is a beautiful story about you.
Well, Josh, we're going to learn to leave that behind today. The guy sat down next to me, and I could just tell he was just weird. I don't even know how to describe it because I'm picking up on things that you just know as a human. You just know this guy is weird. He sits down, he grumbles something. Like,
Do you mean weird in an
"Hi,"
unhinged way, or like he's having a bad day?
I don't know.
Okay.
I can't tell.
Yeah.
All I know is I'm trying to sleep on this plane. I am on this plane in the morning. I'm coming back to New York. I have a show in the evening. I am sleeping on this plane. My long johns are on. My neck pillow is around my neck. My hat is borderline over my eyes.
I have seen this outfit many times. Nothing about it says talk to me.
Yeah, it is.
Everything says leave me alone.
Because
Yeah.
I'm sure you're at this point when you travel enough, you have your rituals, you know when you need to get those extra 2 hours of sleep on the plane,
Yeah.
and you know how to get it done. You're wearing specific socks. Like
I'm not there yet.
oh, wow. Okay. Well, I'm also like, I run cold, I don't sleep very well, so I have a whole thing. My neck pillow is on. Do not fucking say hi to me.
yeah.
Do I look okay? For you, you'd be at work right now. But right now, my neck pillow is on, so shut the fuck up. So he sits down and he grumbles something, and I was like, hi, and it's made worse that he's a man. I just don't like it in the morning. And so
I get
it's
it.
too early.
Yeah. It's like by
Just
evening.
a woman would never say hi to another woman in a neck pillow. There's just no way. A woman would see me and be like, she's on her period, leave her alone. A woman would be like, Mercury's in retrograde, she's clearly a Scorpio, let her sleep. Do you understand what I'm getting at here? There's just no way.
yes, I understand.
Okay. So then I go to sleep.
Oh my God. Oh God. That's so good. My neck pillow is on.
A woman would never.
I gave you every possible signal.
If a human could have a do not disturb light on her, it would be a neck pillow and a hat over your fucking eyes.
The funniest thing about that is that it's like you could, in this exact moment that he's saying hi, also be dead. Like it's like so wild. It's so wild that you have no filter for disrupting a person, that you could maybe poke someone in a hearse and be like, hey, real quick, do you know which way?
It felt like that.
Yeah.
It just felt like he was from another world.
Yeah.
Another time. And I don't mind people saying hello. Like, I truly don't mind that. But when someone's very clearly trying to sleep or is like
Maybe dead.
reading a book, possibly dead, definitely deranged. If you see me in that environment,
Yeah.
if you could get a
Also,
peek
do you
of my...
take anything for the flying? Do you
No,
ever take
not
a
in the morning
melatonin or anything?
usually.
Okay,
Not
go ahead.
unless it's a long flight.
Gotcha.
But this is kind of shorter flight. I sleep like a fucking rock. I hear the pilot come on and be like, hey, we're going to be landing soon. Just doing the we're going to be landing soon thing. Mm-hmm. I know that there's a second announcement. There's the first we're going to be landing soon. And then there's when I fly so much. Yeah. There's a second time where the flight attendants actually come around.
Yes.
And actually be like, put your seat up. So, okay. I hear the initial fucking announcement.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm sleepy. I'm like, okay, I know I can probably get another 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And sometimes when you get a real nice flight crew, they don't even check to have you put your seat up.
Oh, yes, I saw that.
That is the lottery ticket. That's what I hope for every fucking time.
I don't think that's ever happened to me.
Oh,
No,
every
it
now and
happens
then.
once in a while.
Wow.
Once in a while.
Especially...
I'm so ADHD, I probably just didn't notice.
No, especially if you do like premium economy or something, I think then it really happens because they're like, for all of coach, they have to like check that like 60 people aren't doing it.
Yeah.
And
Right.
then the closer they get to the front of the plane, the fewer seats there even are. So then they're like, okay, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
They just sort of give up.
But
they
this
lose
guy,
conviction.
the pilot says, whatever. I go back to sleep for probably another 2 to 3 minutes. I am drifting. And then this motherfucker
No.
taps me and says, we're landing. And what? For what?
Yeah.
For what?
You have headphones
I
in?
mean,
No, I'm asleep. I'm asleep.
You have like your thing. You have a beanie on, right? You have your beanie on. She has a beanie
I've been
over her
asleep
eyes.
for
Yeah.
2 hours.
Yeah.
And this man pokes me to let me know we're landing.
yeah.
Why?
As if you've never flown in a plane before.
As if you don't know that you're landing, you'll stay in the air. That's
exactly.
insane.
That's exactly.
so
I was like,
crazy.
is this guy worried about me not putting my chair up?
Yeah.
Mind your own fucking business. I just didn't understand.
Yeah.
I know when I land because I'm gonna fucking hit the earth. The plane is gonna hit the earth at 500 miles an hour.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wake up.
Yeah.
I mean, the invasion of the poking, so aggressive. And I don't even think he looked me in the eye. But the time to do it is when everyone's getting off the plane.
Yeah. Once they have
That's the
started
time.
coming on with the vest and removing trash,
Yes.
that is what, please someone
Yes.
wake me.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Because I've definitely
That's
been
right.
woken up by that person.
Right.
Where they
and
were,
if you have a vest on, wake me up. I don't care what you're doing.
And the plane is empty.
I shouldn't be near people with vests.
Whether it has orange and sort of reflective tape and you're saving me from a car accident, or maybe it's sort of checkered and you're a barista in Brooklyn and your name is Lavender and you're about to offer me a free coffee.
Both of those are fine.
Maybe I'm the last one on the plane.
Yeah.
And you're like, I need you to move because there's trash under your feet.
Right.
You know?
But that's my news.
That is wild.
But Sam, what is your news?
I had sex in an outdoor shower.
Oh.
Thank
Love
you.
that is good news.
Much better than even hyped about. Outdoor shower sex lives up to the hype. One of the best moments of my life. Shout out to Bay.
Well, I don't know how you feel about it, but as a woman, as a person with a vulva, shower sex can be really hard because the lubricant.
Oh God, women are so. It's like, can we not have one nice thing? I just say, oh, now outdoor shower sex is canceled. You know, I get MAGA. I get it. Jesus Christ.
That is the direction this country is going.
You know, it's hard being gay.
It is hard.
Did you know that?
Yeah.
Give us this.
It's so difficult how you guys can just have sex anywhere under any
Yeah,
circumstances.
and you know what? It was easy. He bent over, I put it in, done in 2
What
minutes.
about lube? Did you have
Which
lube?
is more about me not being able to last, asshole. Oh yeah, we did have a lot of lube. Yeah, it was great.
Are you a shower sex guy?
You know, if I trusted my equilibrium,
I love him so much.
then
He's
I
perfect.
would be way more of a shower sex guy. But I'm very scared of slipping because
I get it.
It's one thing. This is my thing about like in all of life, no matter who you are, no matter who you sleep with. If you slip out of someone, it is an ick you will never come back from. If you were in
and
a
also
person,
into someone, by the way,
and then you slip out.
You slip full body slip, not a dick slip.
No, slip out
the butt.
and then you fall. You better hope you die on the way down. Like that. That's not possible to live that down. If someone is in you and then all of a sudden you're like, where did they go? That's unacceptable. You can't risk it.
Someone is in you and then all of a sudden you're like, where did they go? That's so
Jerry?
Jerry's like head is
Down
split
here.
on the porcelain. We acted like people don't fall. It's wet and it's slick.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, has happened. I thought of something actually very sad I can't say out loud. Anyway, is there anything else you guys wanted to talk about? Or?
Let's go to our field reporters. I think it's time.
We have some stories coming in from our reporters on the field. This is news from our field reporter, Ilana.
So I just moved to college, and my roommate, love her to death. She's actually awesome, but she sleep talks in a way that she gaslights you into thinking that she's awake. So one night I walk in, and she goes, "Do I need to kill someone?" And I said, "No." And she was like, "Do I need to kill someone?" And I was like, "No, what are you talking about?" And then just complete 360, she says, "What time is it?" And I say, "It's 1 a.m. And she goes, "No, it's not." And I say, "Yeah, it is." And she says, "You're messing with me." And I was like, "No, I'm not. It's 1 a.m. It's 1:04 in the morning." She sits up, looks at her phone. The room is dark, so I can see her phone screen illuminate her face. And she says, "Oh, it is 1 a.m. Lays back down. I get to my bed. And I'm like, "That was freaky when you were like, do I need to kill someone?" Because, like, that was really scary walking into that. She was like, "Oh, yeah, huh?" And then just stopped talking. Tell her the next morning. She recalls none of it. A few days later, I walk in. She says, "What time is it?" It's 1 a.m. again. So I say, "It's 1 a.m. She goes, "No, it isn't." And I say, "Yes, it is." And she's like, "No, it isn't." And I'm like, "Yes, it is." And she's like, "No, I'm just kidding. Like, I believe you. We already did this." The next morning, doesn't remember that. She made a callback to a joke she had made while asleep.
That's it.
Okay, so first of all,
She's cursed.
I think this person low key because they're in college.
Yes.
I think this person low key awake and trying to get her own room. I think she trying to break you down because this is that's the fact that you have a string of like lucidity over nights of dreaming, but you don't remember any of them in a separate compartment.
That's crazy.
And it's argumentative. Because then she knew how to start it too. Do I need to kill someone? And now we play this little game with the time and stuff.
Also,
but
the time is
like because that's how you would.
Crazy.
That's how you give your grandma dementia. Is you like change the clocks and stuff and be like, "Grandma, no, I know the sun is out, but it's the middle of the night."
See, that's why I think she's possessed. The fact that there's a witching hour.
Yeah,
this is the same time every night.
How witchy are you?
Not very, but I believe she's inhabited by a spirit.
Not at all.
Obviously, something very bad happened in this dorm at 1 a.m.
That's
like 400 years ago.
Not to like do a stand-up thing, but that is a genuine thing I've like been trying to write about and thought about for a long time of how when it comes to superstition, people's belief usually, if it exists at all, leans towards the bad side.
Yeah.
Rather than the good side. Because it's like, if you're saying, like, let's say you believe in God, right? You believe in God for, like, maybe the heaven of it. And you're like, I'm not so sure about hell, though. That seems pretty harsh. Forever, burn forever, whatever, right? But when it comes to, like, witchiness, there's a part of you that's like, I don't even believe in that stuff, but that's weird. Like, keep that away from me.
Yeah, totally.
Like, that's what I feel about that. Now you've convinced me.
Well, it makes sense. First of all, it just makes sense for us to use witches to explain scary things when we can't figure them out. Because it's way scarier to be like, yep, there's a deep unconscious within our minds that we can't control that is so powerful that we live in multiple dimensions at once. No, thank you. Bitch is a witch. The alternative is way scarier. It is way scarier to be like, there's a power that lurks within me that I contain multitudes? No. Absolutely not.
She woke up and her roommate was like, "You need to go to therapy," and she was like, "No. It's just I'm possessed by a demon."
Yeah, that's also one of those things where, yes, to be fair to witches, sometimes stuff is not even witchcraft, but it's just weird enough. I had a friend tell me, they were like, "Oh, this person that I was enemies with tried to make me a cake to like as a peace offering," and I was like, "I'm not gonna eat that witchy cake." And it's like, but do you think there's a spell on the cake? And they were like, "No, but it's weird though. It's weird that they would make me a cake."
I agree.
After being enemies for years.
I agree. There's shit in the cake.
Witchy is just like witchy and witchcraft and is usually just a placeholder for like. Nah.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah.
Nah.
Which we sort of to all of women in the 1700s were like, nah.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah.
That's
We're-
weird.
We're still kind of doing it.
Yeah, we do.
I don't know what you're talking about.
We do still do it, especially if somebody is like, this is maybe one of the most like misogynistic versions of it I've heard, but there was some trader who got kind of famous in 2022, I believe. I can't remember her name right now, but she was like a stock trader that was a woman getting high returns, and basically she was doing so well that someone online, I know this is just one person in one moment, but somebody was like, "I think she a witch."
Yeah.
I think she see the market in like witchiness, like she has
That's,
a
of
convene
course,
with the
of
devil.
That's so
and
crazy when it's a guy doing it.
You're like,
it's like he has a sixth
"Whoa,
sense.
He's a
Yeah.
genius.
He's a genius.
Yeah.
When a woman does it, that's from the devil.
That's just a very 1700s thing in modern day. It's like she's literally
Yeah.
just rounding and like weighing debt versus income of businesses, and she's doing it so well that they're like, she gotta be up to something. Like for real, like that's too witchy for real. Like,
She literally just has a calculator. And they're
Yeah.
like, how is she doing this?
Hey, real quick, thank you so much for listening, watching the show and everything. If you want your voicemail to be reacted to the way that one just was, all you have to do is hit us up on patreon.com/WNWY. And we will make sure to prioritize your voicemails in episodes.
And it's a great way to keep this podcast going. It supports me and Josh, but not just us. Our producer, Alex, it makes this possible. Should we do one more, you think?
think
or
so.
Do you think we're
Yeah.
good, Alex?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
This is from news from our reporter on the field, Amy.
I met a girl and I met her at a bar. She comes over. She proceeds to lick, smell, and put on my underwear. And then
Wait.
goes down
Okay.
on
Pause it
me,
for a second.
And she
Fully thought they were in the bar.
Yeah,
if
same.
you
That's
guys
what
are
I
gonna
was
send
like.
in stories, you gotta narrate a little better. I met a woman at a bar and then she started licking my underwear. Where did she get your underwear?
Yeah. Because I was like, do you keep your underwear on the bar?
I did edit it a bit. There was just
Oh.
extraneous info
Okay.
that
Sorry,
was
Alex.
And I like the way you edited it because as a gay man, I didn't think anything was weird. I was like, she was at a bar and then someone started sniffing her underwear.
Sounds about right. Sorry.
sounds like she was at the
continue.
Eagle.
So they're having sex.
Yeah,
She
they're-
pulls
they're
her
basically
underwear
in the
off.
lead,
She's
they just
licking
hook
it.
up.
She's sniffing it. She's really into it.
Yeah.
and she does not actually go down on me. She instead stares and points out a mole that I have and was like, that is so cute. And I'm just like, okay, eventually this is going to happen. She continues just to stare and stare. And I am like, oh my God, like, do you want me to turn around? Like, what the fuck is happening? Eventually it gets to a point where I'm like, I'm going to pretend to be asleep and maybe she'll leave. It
Like a
worked.
bear?
2 days later.
At a bar?
She showed
Sleep at the bar?
No, they're home
No,
now.
they're home. They're home.
When were they home?
Yeah, it wasn't said in the recording.
Oh,
but
got
yeah,
you.
there was
They
a-
made it home. They made
yeah,
it
they
home.
made it home.
It's just you this time, Josh.
Yeah, I realize I now sound like someone who has never had sex. Like, you have to stay in the same place the whole time, or else it's not real.
I'm like, I'm gonna
Yeah, Josh is scared of shower sex because of the slipping out. We know.
No, he's scared of shower sex because if it starts in the living room, you got to stay there. You can't go to a second location.
You know?
Yeah, the problem is there's no transfer of location with sex.
No. Like you're just now two people with 4 legs trying to move. No. Doesn't work.
Obviously, you've never seen lesbian scissor. We can cartwheel anywhere.
Cut to lesbians just tumbleweed scissoring each other across the tumbleweed.
That's what you call a group of lesbians, a tumbleweed.
Wow.
Sorry, keep going.
I'm like, what the fuck is happening? Eventually it gets to a point where I'm like, I'm going to pretend to be asleep and maybe she'll leave. It worked. 2 days later, she
Can you pause it really quick?
At my
Now I fully believe you that a woman would never do the poking you thing because like this person, they were having biblical relations and she just pretended to be asleep and another woman was like, fair enough.
Yeah, a man would have sexually assaulted you.
Not even just that. A man would just be like, are you going down on me or like, what are we doing? What are we doing?
Yeah.
The woman
wild.
tucked her away, gave her chamomile tea, and went home.
Chamomile?
Oh, God. Oh, no. Oh, no. This isn't recorded, is it?
Chamomile?
Shit.
Chamomile?
I've just never heard it before.
No one's heard it before.
Did you think that's how you said it until just now? Like, have you been saying it that
Have
way?
you heard
the
it
entire
said
time?
out loud?
Hey, I've had sex before. Asshole.
Wow.
Hey, Josh.
Wow.
Hey, Josh, how about you get off my fucking dick?
Wow.
Okay.
Wow. I
get super insecure and defensive. No.
What does chamomile tea taste like?
It tastes like chamomile.
Chamomile.
Chamomiles.
How do you think? Wait, don't say a fucking word. Now that we've outed you as someone who says chamomile,
I'm just going to start breaking things.
now that we've outed you, how do you think we pronounce it?
So I'm gonna, for the good of entertainment, I'm just gonna start rattling off options, and
No,
you'll let me know.
I want sincerely. What? Now that you know
Yeah.
you're wrong,
Yeah,
you know that now.
I'm so scared how viral this clip is gonna go.
Now that you know that it's not chamomile.
Neither of you guys have a big following, right? I'll be fine.
Now that you know that it's not chamomile, I'm gonna need you to say how you think it's pronounced.
Charizard.
So with chamomile, do you think it tastes like a distance?
Yeah, I was about to say, does it have a sweatier kind of note to it because you've been going for miles?
Does it taste like green and brown?
Meters is what I think it is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's right.
Chema kilometers.
Yeah.
Kilometers.
I can't tell you how much I'm sweating right now.
Well, good. You'll make great chamomile later on. Is it a little salty chamomile? Does it taste like spandex?
Can I? Okay, you know what? I think I need to relax and have hibiscus tea.
Oh, that's so good.
I'm not leaving here until I get a real answer.
I don't. Okay, chamomile. Chamomile.
Chamomile.
Chamomile.
Oh, God.
Like you eat it.
Right. I just wasn't hungry. I wanted to exercise, and that's why I mispronounced.
Right. You're so ripped.
You are fit.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Could we do the rest of the?
Yeah.
Don't forget, I have so much blackmail on you. Okay.
You do.
2 days later, she shows up at my house unannounced, no texts, with a black backpack and says, I need to show you something. She proceeds to take out one of those makeup mirrors and she shows me these like bumps. And she's like, I think you have HPV. I have had sex with a number of people and nobody has ever pointed these out. So I am like, holy fuck, I have HPV.
Wait, pause it because I missed the first part. this woman she took pictures of this woman's vagina?
No, during the hookup, she just spent the whole time staring at her vagina.
Right,
There
and then
wasn't
she
any
comes
sex.
back with a black backpack.
And a mirror.
Okay. And starts pointing out sort of the goose flesh that some people have down there.
Also, the person who's coming back with the backpack, they must think that they have a mirror. You were in their home. Like, maybe they don't have a mirror. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. But like,
that is pretty crazy
A
to be
hand
like,
mirror.
I brought a mirror.
You can also bring a phone. Sorry, keep playing it. This is not.
I'm like, oh my God, she's trying to console me. I'm like, we do not know each other. Get the fuck out of my house. So naturally, I schedule an appointment for the very next day. And he's like, nope, just skin tags. I was like, great, thank you so much for this. That's my news and tea for my community.
First of all, she
Bro.
sounds like AI, doesn't she?
She's a beautiful voice.
Yeah, she's really.
okay, well, look, I think that because I was learning a lot throughout the entire clip, I can't really give like advice or anything, but I will say, if you think that someone has HPV off of something that you've seen, you could text them.
You could
Yeah,
call.
that's-
That's exactly what I was going to say.
Absolutely
You
crazy
call.
to show up with
Yeah, I
a
mean-
black backpack.
Yeah.
Also, you're not qualified to make the diagnosis. So the mirror tools,
It's so much rocket.
it's just,
it's a confident
so
thing
extra.
to do.
It
It's
is.
a very confident thing to do.
You brought the mirror as if she was going to be like, prove it. Well, I have a mirror.
I have a mirror, something you don't own. You're clearly struggling.
That's why she didn't go down on you. She thought you were untested and had something, I think.
I mean, that would make sense.
It's also funny-
if you don't have a mirror, that's like that.
You're really on the mirror thing.
Yeah, because this is
Yeah,
my
it's
thing.
the craziest thing in the
I
world
have-
to
I
bring
have
a
a couple-
mirror to someone's house.
It's so crazy that I'm like, I almost need to give that person a little bit of grace
Yeah.
and be like, maybe this person telling the story is young, first apartment, doesn't have a mirror.
Can I jump in as the woman in the room?
Okay.
Not easy for you guys. When you have a full length mirror, you guys can fully analyze your junk.
Oh, she had a pussy mirror.
She brought a hand mirror because it is difficult to sometimes see. That's all I'm saying.
Got it.
Gotcha.
For me
Thank you.
to see my own pussy in a regular mirror, I look like I'm about to fuck that mirror. Or rather, that mirror is
okay.
about to fuck me. Like I'm down on the floor.
Hey, I have to take whole shots. We're staring at each other too long.
No one has to.
You heard me. You know Asher. He is tough on me. 7 a day.
You should have this woman with the black backpack come over and help
Thank
out.
God. Thank God.
Yeah.
Are you free?
But I agree that it is an insane thing to do, to show up with the mirror. But I think in her mind,
Yeah, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
Our
But
dumb
it's-
brains were like,
I
she
would-
doesn't have a
I'd
mirror.
just like to say it's still totally insane. And on the other side is just the absolute insane amount of care that lesbians bring. Too much care. This is not your issue. I've rescued pigeons. I just want to put that out there. I'm a native New Yorker who has seen an injured pigeon and taken it to the pigeon rescue. I know the address of the pigeon rescue. That is lesbian behavior.
And I love you so much. You're not like the first lesbian that I would be like, she saves pigeons.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
We care too much. Well, I think we're like we're at an hour at least. So let's do our news.
Okay.
we'll
My
close it.
news is going to be very quick. So, the news in the world that I saw that was jarring. Let me see. Okay. This is unfortunately not great news.
You're saying this. I just want to say this is recorded. We recorded this a while ago. It was quite a week this week, so I'm sort of interested to hear what the jarring news was.
Yeah. 40 monkeys escaped from research facility in South Carolina.
Yes, the
Yeah.
monkeys. I read about that.
This is very bad, and everyone's acting like, oh, we'll just get them and don't leave your home. It's like it's a research facility with this is how all the horror movies start.
40 monkeys. Can you give me slightly more context?
This is the beginning of this is the prequel to Planet of the Apes.
It also doesn't help that the place's name is Alpha Genesis. It's like the place's name, it's called Alpha Genesis, and it says it provides non-human primate products and bio research services.
COVID-24 is coming. It's coming from the monkeys.
That's actually what I was thinking. Is there like disease implications?
It conducts clinical trials, including on brain disease treatments, and says it provides the highest standards of care for all animals, except for letting them leave. And then,
well, that is the highest standard. Talk about
liberation.
Free range.
Yeah.
It
was actually just a climate activist.
I can't even pronounce the type of monkeys. I think one is capuchin, and then I don't know what this
macaque.
Macaque, but capuchins are strong.
Yeah.
They're like pretty strong. So imagine if a capuchin who thinks it's Queen Elizabeth is like trying to get in your house. He's gonna get in.
Yeah.
Like this is way worse than people are.
If it was like 40 tigers are released, people would be freaking out. But these animals are probably just as dangerous.
And they climb.
Probably more because people will go up to them.
People will go up to them and think they're cute.
People will go up to them and be like, "Oh, you're just a baby. Oh my gosh, you are ripping my face off."
They also have thumbs. I think thumbs is the big thing. They can open doors. They can grab. They can open doors,
grab, and they can punch. And nobody talks about monkey punches.
No, you know what, Josh? You're right. No one is talking about monkey punches.
Talk
about it.
Monkey punches and monkey slaps are no joke. The people in life who have tried to own a monkey, like people in the South sometimes will be like, "Oh, I got an exotic animal in my back on my property, whatever," and then they will get punched or slapped by the monkey, and their face comes off because the thing is so strong that they punch, and it's not like when a person
the
punches.
Monkeys are tapped into their multitudes.
Yeah.
And they're like, I have a cosmic level of energy to slap a face off. Would I tell you slap a face? I can't even stress this enough. I know we have to end, but
no. I do want to know, because Alex will cut it down, but I do really need to know about monkey slapping. Is this actually a thing?
It is so much a thing. There's whole documentaries you can watch about people who get their faces slapped off by monkeys that they kept that they should not have kept. It's usually chimps. It's usually chimps, but capuchins are also, to my knowledge, very strong. And so it won't be the same whole head coming off slap, but it will be like a face changing slap.
Can I just do a quick Google on monkey slap? Is that
Absolutely.
okay?
Yeah, do a monkey slap.
Okay, here we go. Macaque slapping. Here we go.
Oh, I wish it was a human.
Okay, they do. Yeah. They slap.
That was pretty catty.
That was catty, but kind of bitchy slap.
Yeah, it was really gay.
That was more petty than strong, but
we do know that they can't. They think to do it.
Yeah.
It's an instinct for sure. Huh. Wow.
What's your news?
This is my hothead op-ed, as Alex puts it, which I absolutely love.
Yeah, fire.
I'm very mad about something, you guys.
Okay, let's get it.
A bunch, maybe you heard, a bunch of troops, Russia asked North Korea to put a bunch of troops in Ukraine.
Yes.
That's not what I'm mad about.
Great, I have one I'm also not mad about.
That makes a lot of sense to me, honestly. I'm not for it, but I'm not surprised. I'm not pissed off.
Military operation.
So, exactly. Now, what I'm mad about is that the 10,000 troops got access to the internet, which again might sound like a good thing. It's not, because these people
coming from North Korea where they don't have access.
Coming from North Korea where they have no access to the internet. It's practically 1940 over there.
Yeah.
They get unrestricted access to the internet immediately. What do they find? Porn.
Yeah.
They're addicted.
Yeah.
They're going to die. They are going to come so much that they're going to lose valuable nutrients. And maybe overall this is good for Ukraine. I stand with Ukraine. Come your little muscles away. Get rid of all that protein. But here's why I'm really mad about it. Mm-hmm. North Korea is, in my opinion, a GOAT level authoritarian state.
Okay.
It's like sci-fi level. Like, they don't have any internet. They're locked out from the outside world. When you think about an authoritarian state in like the purest sense, this is what you think about. And it's fascinating. It's fascinating that this exists on Earth, and I think we need to preserve it. Mm-hmm. So in order to... I love reading Wikipedia pages about North Korea. I love the documentaries. I love the books. If they get access to the fucking internet all at once, they're gonna go down.
Yeah, and look, I understand that you enjoy the parts of North Korea that are on Wikipedia, I have news for you. There are whole series called The Hunger Games, where the capital is exactly like North Korea.
Yes, but that's fiction, and I just...
Oh, you need real people.
I need real people to die, to starve. It's so fascinating.
Yeah.
And the thing is, who's going to really suffer, Josh? Just think about this for a second. If you're really, who's going to suffer? The women. Because these men are going to go home and be like, you know, you're my stepsister, and she's going to be like, what are you talking about? They are going to take out every sexual move. They're going to be like, take my big black cock, and they're going to be like, why is your cock black? What is a cock? Who is black?
I think
Like that one guy? They're not gonna know. It's just gonna be so confusing for them.
I will pitch you this, and this is really not yucking your yum. I'm saying in favor of what you're talking about. I don't think they're gonna make it home. I don't.
Yeah, you're right.
Once you have porn,
Yeah, you're
I
done.
think you're either gonna be like, oh, I'll keep fighting forever, or I'm gonna dissent. I'm gonna become Ukrainian because I think they have the internet too.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
I also think, like, if you're going to be, I'm just mad at Kim Jong-un for fucking this up. If you want your authoritarian state to have internet, it needs to be a slow build the way that Zuckerberg did to us, our overlord.
Oh.
Like, you can't just have
interesting.
porn.
Okay.
They need to know about cat videos. There needs to be misinformation.
Right.
Like, they can't just be dropped into this all at once.
Honestly, though, what's more powerful, porn or TikTok? Truly.
No, I know. And
So,
that's
like-
what makes the American authoritarian state more subtle and nuanced and not as fun.
Right.
I
hear you. I hear you. It's not as fun.
Once we're going into
tired.
authoritarianism, you don't want.
I want a guy from a Bond villain.
You don't want
Or a Bond movie.
Yeah, you don't want Arnold Palmer. You don't want half and half.
Exactly.
You want the whole thing.
I want evil.
Okay.
I want
All
3
right.
haircuts. 3 haircuts allowed in that society.
That's a lot of haircuts.
That's pure.
That's honestly the queer community right now. It's 3 haircuts.
Mullet 1, 2, and 3.
Exactly.
Wow. Yeah, I think that it is too much to go from being like, yes, this is my wife that the state has allowed me to have, to just like art.
The problem is
just people who are like, no, this isn't. I'm not just making a little smut film. It's like, this is what will retain attention. An alien might as well have landed.
Yeah.
I did not think about this like that until
It's
now.
more than that. It's time travel.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
getting so fucked up from this.
That's really bad. I did not factor in.
There's not even cheese. They don't even have cheese.
wow, it really is amazing. I'm on your side. This was a great argument. What an amazing place.
Now, here's the thing. I don't think that I shouldn't have to qualify that I'm making jokes. Of course, North Korea is bad.
No one needs you to qualify.
no
No one. Now, the fact that I'm even qualifying it is making me angry that someone might
Why are you
think that I
qualifying it?
think
Stop
because-
qualifying it.
But what we
But
can
there
do.
are parts of it that I enjoy.
But what we
Talk,
could
talk,
do,
speak on it.
when we put it out, what we can do, especially for the video version, is just have the lower third tear saying these are jokes the whole show. Do you know what I mean? And that way you won't have to say it because these are jokes the whole show.
Yeah.
We're joking.
Yeah.
And these are jokes.
Yes.
So I
Do you mind if my third doesn't have that? I want that to be. These are sincerely my thoughts. I'm trying to end it, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's my news. I'm really looking forward to seeing what happens to them, whether they're gay, whether they are murdered by the state, whether or not they try to escape. I am just super looking forward to it.
Well, thank you all so much for joining us for What's News with You. Thank you, Sam, for telling us
thank
what
you for
news
the time.
was.
I love both you guys. Thanks for letting me come on.
You can submit your voice memos to the What's News with You Instagram, which is,
What's News with You Show.
and you can make a donation to patreon.com/WNWY.
We'll see you soon.
Yeah, we'll see you soon.